This good run's got to come to an end at some point. I mean, it's Newcastle, but please don't let it be against this lot. Aston Villa match preview. Welcome back to Black and White Banter, Newcastle fans. If you are new to this lovely channel, make sure you drop down, give us one of these, goes a long way. And even if you don't like the video, it doesn't take much to do that, does it? It's nice to be nice. And if you like my opinion by the end of this, drop down and hit that subscribe button. That would mean a lot to us as well. And if you haven't already, get Black and White Banter across all social media channels, the TikToks, the Twitters, the Facebooks, the Instagrams. We've just posted a video in the last 24 hours about an interview with Almiron from the game after the game against Tottenham, where he's asked about Jack Grealish. And it's started to pick up a bit of pace in the social media world. On Twitter, I think we finally arrived on Twitter. I kind of post these videos on here because of copyright and all that YouTube police stuff. But check it out, it's gone absolutely crazy. I've even managed to get the woman who did the interview. She's seen it on Twitter and she's asked whether we've had permission to use her video, which I'm not going to lie, it did have me laughing. So get us on social media and check out that video. So here we are, it's Aston Villa, it's another match day, it's a 3 o'clock Saturday game. If you're a Newcastle fan or a football fan in general and you don't like a Saturday at 3 o'clock, what is wrong with you? Get in the bin. Favourite kick-off time. And my God, have we ever looked forward to match days more than we have now? We are absolutely flying. Nothing to fear, nobody to fear, just full of optimism. And we are going into every single match like this one, I'm going to even say expecting to win. I really am. The opposition, yes, it's unfortunate that we've had to play them after they've lost Gerrard. We saw how they had that bounce back at the weekend. They scored like 3 goals in about, what was it, like 20 minutes? I think they got 2 in the first 10. And whatever's happened with Stevie Gerrard leaving them, a lot of them players clearly did not like him, did not like his style of football, and they suddenly put in a performance the second he was out the door. I think it was 72 hours. So are we playing against a different Aston Villa team on Saturday? Of course we are. I think Shearer analysed it pretty well on Match of the Day at the weekend about how clearly some of the players didn't like playing for him, but what they saw in their first game without him was a more expansive style of football. And that seemed to suit them a little bit more. Players like Bailey, he's not a bad little player. Danny Ings can always be a pain in the arse of defenders. Maybe not a pain in the arse of a brick wall in Newcastle United's back 5 at the moment, but I'm not writing Aston Villa off going into this game. I'm really not. But of course, I know I started the video negative by talking about our good run coming to an end. I'm only saying that because that's the Mike Ashley Newcastle United fan in me. You know, things are going so sweet. You're always used to being shat on from somewhere and coming down to earth with a bump. We've seen it so many times. So maybe I need to get out of that mindset. But take that comment with a pinch of salt because I'm still going into this game very confident. I do think Aston Villa can cause us some problems on Saturday, as any Premier League team can, and now they've got that bounce back in them. They're going to be coming to St. James's Park a lot more confident than what they would a week ago under Stevie Gerrard, with things looking absolutely grim. They've obviously got the new manager, Unai Emery, who is I don't know whether he's decided not to be in charge for this one, but he's not going to be there. I'm sure he might be in the stands. Maybe he just didn't fancy playing against Newcastle. Hey? Believe what you want into these quotes. Turned us down last year, didn't he? Well, we led to believe that he turned us down last year. So they've got a new manager, but he's not going to be there. But their players will be trying to impress that new manager because they want to be in that first team. So we are playing a different side. But I'm not here to talk about the opposition too much because it's all about what this Newcastle team can do. Because let's face it, Newcastle fans, that Aston Villa lot are going to be fucking dreading playing against us on Saturday. They really are. Their fans, their players. We've got the best defence in the league. Sven Botman, my God, he is literally Batman at the back. Kieran Trippier, Byrne, Shah, a lot of them. No one's looking like breaking us down. Teams have tried and failed so far, so long may that continue. We've got Bruno in the form of his life. If you haven't watched his interview with the Premier League this week, please do. It's fantastic. He talks about his time in Newcastle for so far, what he wants to offer moving forward, and he's just loving life in a Newcastle shirt. Chelsea might be linked, Real Madrid might be linked. He is loving every second of playing for Newcastle. He's not just here for the money. He's not that much of a good actor, and long may that continue for him. And we just look fantastic. Team news, Eddie Howe's press conference, he talked about Alan St.Maximin maybe being fit for the game again. I feel like if we were to go to 2045, in sort of 20 years' time, Eddie Howe will still be doing press conferences saying that St.Maximin has a chance of being fit. It's all he seems to say in a press conference. So who knows, is he going to make the bench, is he not? This is a very much a deja vu thing of every match now. If he is, fantastic, impact sub, would love to see him back. But if not, hey, we're doing all right without him. And I wouldn't change a single thing. John Joe Shelvey was asked, Eddie Howe was asked about John Joe Shelvey in his press conference. Yes, John Joe Shelvey offers us a lot. And yes, there's going to be a lot of Newcastle fans wanting him in because he offers us that long pass, that vision. And his defensive work in our team, I think, has improved a lot as well. He knows his role now as he's got older. But why would you change this team at the moment? You just don't do it. I wouldn't do it. In Eddie Howe, we trust whatever changes he makes, but just keep the core of the team the same. The momentum is building there. And we've only got, what is it, 3 matches till the World Cup and a cup game? Just keep at it. They've had a nice long rest after Sunday. And that Tottenham game was absolutely wonderful, so there's no reason why the momentum can't be carried into this home match at Aston Villa. War Flags is going to have us rocking. The atmosphere is going to be belting as it always is for the 3 o'clock kickoffs. I would go with Joe Willock in midfield again. I know he changed Murphy against Tottenham, but I think Joe Willock offers us that box-to-box drive that I absolutely love to see. He's got a bit of skill. He knows where the goal is. I know he hasn't been firing on that front so far this season, but I do like the kid. I really do. An honourable mention, as I said in the Tottenham match review, of Longstaff. Long may his form continue, because we've all been critical of him, and he's looking pretty good in this central midfield area now. His distance, he covers is great. His break-up play is great. His willingness to win the second ball is great. We just hopefully looking for a little bit of a faster pass in that final third from him. But there is not much I would change. Almiron, keep playing like Lionel Messi. Well, maybe Lionel Messi wants to play like Almiron at the moment, who knows. Callum Wilson, he's talked about getting the England squad. Get those balls into him. Get the balls in around the box, because that man is sniffing. Gareth Southgate is coming closer and closer to knowing what team he's taking to the World Cup. So Callum Wilson's motivation is just up that little bit. And let's get into these tomorrow. Aston Villa, for some reason, have created this rivalry with us. It's continuing. I've been on Twitter all week, and I generally, because of that, dislike the club. Dislike the fan base, dislike the football club. Another reason to stick a sword in them before their new manager takes over. So hey, I'm backing us big to win. I expect all of the ball. I expect a solid back 5 again. I expect plenty chances. And with this Newcastle team, what I'm noticing, if we take our chances, we smash it. And I know that sounds a very blasé, kind of comment, but we've had so many matches this season that we could have been even sitting higher in the league than what we are now, where we've created chance after chance after chance and had so much possession, but we haven't been clinical in the final third. Things are starting to click a little bit more now, because Almiron's got his shooting boots on. Callum Wilson is fighting fit and raring to go for that World Cup. So let's take our chances on Saturday against these, and I've got no doubts we can get 3 points. And this momentum, I see it carrying all the way through to the World Cup. And my God, does that league table look great. I look at that league table every single morning when I wake up over a coffee as I dance into the shower. Champions League mags. I'm going to go for a Newcastle win. I'm going to go for 2-0 Newcastle. Maggie, of course, she's backing a win on this one. She's been out for walkies. She's had her food. She's watching the Champions League mags in action on telly every week, and she is backing us to win as well. If you are new to the channel, Newcastle fans, let me know in the comments what your predictions are for this match. Drop down, give us some love with one of these. Get us on all social media channels, and hit that subscribe button now, because you might have liked this video. You've lasted this long, so whack the subscribe. And I'm hoping to do a match vlog tomorrow around St. James's Park. Speak to some fans, give my thoughts, so look out for that one. And I've also just dropped a video about my weekend in Poland last week. I visited Wisla Krakow, so if you've ever wondered what it's like to go to a European, and in particular a Polish football match as a scared Brit, check out that vlog just underneath. Thank you very much for watching, Toon fans. Let's stick in them Champions League places, because I am looking at flights for Barcelona. And I'll see you on the next video. However, lads.